Hello people and welcome. It's time for parts 29 and all the way up to 30. I can't believe it's 30. It seems like only a couple of weeks ago I was saying we're now up to 20. There is a part that looks very familiar in these two. More on that a little bit later. But first, we're on to 29, and because we have a good few big fat screws laying around from previous parts, we're going to give you another bag of screws. Okay, first of all, we're going to be removing that piece and that piece from its little housing, and we're going to be gluing those together. Now, once again, I would like to point out that we're just putting a tiny little bit of glue delicately along that little ridge there in the middle. No, we're not. We're going to splat it all around the sides, and maybe some in there as well, because you're never going to see it again. Alright, that piece is glued in there very nicely indeed, with glue the consistency of which was entirely of my own choosing. Okay, next, as you can just about see off there, can't see all of them, now you can, you have to arrange these in another suspect's lineup. Now sir, as I recall, I asked you to pick out which one you thought was made out of plastic. Well, in fact, that was a trick question, sir, because they're all made out of plastic. Does this seem at all familiar to you? Well, I've got some news for you. It's exactly the same, as far as I can tell. You're putting each of these pieces around the edge, and you're gluing them. I don't think I'm going to go through every single one again. It's that way up. And we're going to be arranging these all around the edge. So I'm going to make sure they fit and stick a little bit of glue on each one. And then I'm going to come back and show you what I've made, because as far as I can tell, it is no different from what I did a few parts ago. So let me go and stick these in. Okay, they're all in there. Unfortunately, I forgot that this one does only go in one way. I thought it could go in either way. And I glued on the wrong side. So, as you can see, I've glued there. Big mistake. Hopefully, it shouldn't matter because it's all being encased in this. And the next thing you have to do is put this spring on. I don't know why I kept calling it a screw before. It's a spring. It's going in the middle, and that is going to be held in place by another big bit of metal. So I'm going to fix over the top and screw that down in 3 places. Alright, it's all nicely in there. So please don't tell us to unscrew it again, Hachette, as they seem to have a habit of doing. That's part 29 completed. My God, look at all the pieces that we get for issue 30. That's it. Okay, in this part, we're going to be extending the left shoulder. Extending their print run, more like. But anyway, you're taking this piece and you're putting it onto this piece. You're gluing it in place. That's the only 2 parts finished that we get with this magazine. So, let's do this. I must admit, and you surely would agree, they've got the perfect plastic to metal texture and shading match going on there. They look exactly the same texture. It's amazing. Okay, you have to get this piece, which you've just been working on, and this great big chunky bit of metal there, and put it into place. And I'm very happy to say, very relieved to say, it will only go in one way, because they put a 3rd peg there, which matches up to that one there. It's going all dark and weird. There we go. So it will only ever go in one way, which is a big help. And we're screwing that into place right down the bottom there. That's it. That's part 30 done. I just got this feeling that next time round we're going to be putting a little pipey bit into the hole there. What do you think? I mean, call me Mr. Psychic. But anyway, this is going to be about the easiest 2 parts to edit that I've done so far. So, Many thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Do feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, because this is not the only type of video that I make. And with that being said, I will see you next time.